Well, so 4th of April 2020, and I managed to get some nice jobs done here in the garden. So making the video today, and I thought I would take you round with me and show you what I've been up to. Right, so you may remember this lovely Korean mint that I've got growing. Well, what I've done is transplanted it into this container up against this southeast facing fence, which it's absolutely going to love because it's going to get that extra warmth from the fence. It's getting plenty of sun here and it's going to be lovely. So I've given it some organic feed and also a liquid feed as well. I need to get some nitrogen into it. As you can see, the leaves are very pale there, and that's because I had them in them cell trays. Probably a bit longer than I should have had, but that's just one of those things. So I gave them some good feed, and I'm expecting, you know, these to do really well, and apparently the bees absolutely love these flowers. So isn't that brilliant? Now, in case this is invasive like regular mint, I've grown it in this container where I can keep it sort of contained, and all being well, be using this to make some nice tea out of, and maybe, you know, putting in to flavour certain foods. So that's absolutely lovely. Into the polytunnel, my containers of potatoes I've topped up, and I'm intending to be making a detailed video on how I'm growing potatoes this year. I'm running quite a good, I say good, a large potato project here, so I'm expecting some good results from this, and I think it's going to be worthy of a individual video dedicated to this. But I've got potatoes growing both in containers and in the ground, all sorts of different varieties this year, so it'll be very interesting to see just how it goes. Now, with regards to what I've been doing today, you may remember I put out another plants now here into the polytunnel. So I've got my chard already here, Komatsuna, and some more Komatsuna here. So 2 windowsill propagators of chard and 2 again of Komatsuna, and you can see these lovely geraniums here, pelargoniums. They're also suffering from a bit of a nitrogen deficiency. They could do with some feed, but I'll be rectifying that when the time comes. And I've sowed some melons today, and I'll show you the varieties that I'm growing this year regarding melons. And I'm using Blacktail Mountain, 5 Desserts, Sweet Granite, and Petit Gris Dorat. Now, I wasn't sure whether I was going to run a melon project this year, simply because of what's happening and everything, and I thought it would be a better use of time and resources to, you know, dedicate most of the gardening effort to things that are more likely to have a reliable crop and, you know, more plentiful crop. But I decided in the end, now let's give a melon project a go. So they're the varieties I'm growing. I've also put some bitter melon seeds in as well. So if you check out my playlist on melons and tropical plants in the UK, you'll see before, you know, success I've had with watermelons and bitter melons, and I'm hoping to duplicate that success this year. And I've kind of, all being well, you know, offset my efforts to these more sort of difficult crops to grow, if you will, with lots of things that are, you know, more typically grown here, more likely to yield a good crop. So hopefully that'll offset any potential sort of losses or lots of time I may have to devote to that project later on. But we'll see how it pans out. And at the end of the day, it's all a nice bit of variety, isn't it? So there you go, there's the melons in the windowsill propagator, the seeds, and they are going to go in a south-facing windowsill, and all being well, the extra warmth will help to germinate them well. I need to really get the cover over for the windowsill propagator for the extra sort of greenhouse effect, if you will, but